Right, so get this. Today we're diving into the story of, well, a Kevin Brake.
Kevin Brake.
Yeah, and you sent us his resume, but this isn't your typical, oh, here's my work history kind of deal. It's more like, how do I put it?
A highlight reel.
Yeah, a highlight reel of someone who didn't just dip their toes in the tech world, but like cannonballed in.
It's not your average, here are my qualifications kind of resume, that's for sure.
And then, hold on, it gets better. After riding that tech wave, he decides, you know what? Let's shake things up in education too.
What I find fascinating is this blend. He's got, hardcore tech skills on one hand, but then this clear passion for education on the other.
It's like he speaks fluent code and like the language of learning. And here's the kicker. He's not just dabbling,
Oh,
right?
no, not at all.
He calls himself, get this, a LinkedIn influencer.
With 30,000 connections, no less?
30,000. And that's not all. Hold on to your hats, because he's also a YouTube influencer.
Now that's something.
With, wait for it, 4 million views.
Wow.
4 million. And that's where even my techie friends are like, hold on, how?
Right. It's a level of online presence most people only dream of.
Seriously.
Makes you wonder what kind of content pulls in those numbers, especially in those worlds.
So you're saying it's more than just, like, knowing the tech stuff?
Absolutely. This points to someone who knows how to connect, how to make those complex ideas actually interesting, engaging, insightful, maybe even a little entertaining. Who knows?
Whoa, slow down, rewind that. You're saying this is about charisma, communication?
It's about captivating an audience.
Exactly. That's a whole other skill set on top of everything else.
It's about taking something that could be dry as dust and making people want to listen, making them want to learn. And to do that on YouTube with millions tuning in, that speaks volumes.
It really does.
And you know what really gets me about all this?
What's that?
This captivating presence we're talking about. It's like it spills over into his career path, too.
Oh, tell me about it. This resume reads like a roadmap of every major tech trend.
Yeah.
Like ever.
Right.
We're talking Ford, early days of in-car systems.
Pioneering stuff.
Sobeys, just as online shopping was taken off.
Did those early websites even work back then?
I don't even remember.
Yeah.
And then, get this, a stint with a disk encryption company.
No way.
And not just any company, one that worked with the Department of Defense.
See, you're picking up on something crucial here. It's about timing.
Timing.
This isn't just being in the right place. It's about being there right when everything's changing.
The dot-com boom, cybersecurity blowing up, everything going online.
Exactly. Kevin wasn't just watching from the sidelines. He was in the thick of it.
Building the systems that would, like, shape the future of how we live.
And just when you think you've got him figured out, corporate tech whiz, bam, he does a total 180.
Education. Which, on the surface, seems like a huge leap. But is it?
Well, remember how we talked about his love for communication, sharing knowledge?
It's all connected.
Exactly. Look at the words he uses. Instructional designer, LMS developer, e-learning project manager.
He's not just teaching, he's building the whole system for how people learn.
Especially in a digital world.
And then, another curveball. He spends time at the Workplace Safety and Insurance Board, right?
Right.
But not just designing learning experiences.
No.
He was the director of head office for their union. Now that's interesting. It's like advocating for others is just, I don't know, built into his DNA or something.
Yeah.
Making sure everyone has a voice, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's in a classroom or, like you said, a boardroom.
Speaking of unexpected things, there's this one little detail on his resume under education that really jumped out at me.
Oh, what's that?
So, right at the top, before all the fancy degrees and certifications, he's got multimedia courseware production listed.
Most people would just gloss over that.
Right.
But the fact that it's front and center, that says something.
Like it's something he's really proud of.
It's like maybe that wasn't just a stepping stone for him, but like a turning point. The moment he realized, wait, I can take this love for tech, this passion for teaching, and actually build something new with it.
It's not just about checking boxes on a resume for this guy, is it?
Not at all.
This is about something more, a real passion for finding those aha moments in learning, even if it means, going off the beaten path.
And it's not like he's hurting for, recognition or
with all those awards.
Seriously. President's Award for Academic Excellence, Valedictorian, IT Hero Award, the list goes on. It's almost like he sets his sights on something and boom, expectations just evaporate.
It's more than just talent, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely.
It speaks to, like, this drive that just won't quit, this need to excel. to make a real impact. Whether he's coding, leading a team, or inspiring students, it all comes back to that.
So here we are trying to put all these pieces together. Tech genius, education innovator, champion for others, a dash of overachiever for good measure. Who is Kevin Brake?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It really is.
But if I had to, sum it up, I'd say Kevin's a force of nature, someone who just sees the world differently. He's constantly pushing the limits, always learning, always growing. Proof that sometimes the most fascinating journeys are the ones that zig when you think they'll zag.
He's definitely someone who carved his own path.
Absolutely.
It makes you wonder what amazing things he'll do next, doesn't it? Well, that's our take on Kevin's story. We'd love to hear what you think. What parts of his story stood out to you? Hit us up on social media and let's keep this conversation rolling.